Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
PD Beats here from Popternative, speaking to Evan, Tyler, and Melanie about season 10 of Letterkenny on Hulu. Thank you all for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Tyler, it's good to see you. You were an original kind of first guest of the show when we started a while ago. So
I remember, Pete, I had to reach out to you time and time again to get on the podcast. I reached out to you hundreds of times maybe, and you finally let me on. So I appreciate that.
Worst mistake of your life. Yeah.
Took a while. Melanie, one of my favorite things about the show, honestly, is just from watching it from season 1 is just seeing kind of development and the growth of all the different characters and the storylines. Is that something you think that kind of stands out?
Yeah, I mean, I think you can't help but evolve in some way or devolve in some way. And I think as you get more comfortable as actors, as you get more comfortable on the set too, it just kind of feeds into that evolution, devolution. I don't know. And so, it's a treat to watch.
Because I'm referring obviously to characters like Roald, like your character, right? I mean, the arc of the growth is just always there. It's pretty cool to see that kind of growth and development with your character specifically.
I appreciate that. Yeah. Well, I'm desperately trying to overthrow whilst honoring Stuart. I feel like and so the more you have Pinky and the Brain together, the more Pinky and the Brain's relationship will develop. So it just works. Yeah.
I just interviewed Rob and Maurice recently about their show on Animaniacs on Hulu as well.
Wow,
which is
very cool.
Great. Hulu can actually plug in Hulu. Cool. Tyler, I mean, Stuart, or how it's just crazy to see that there's a consistency of everything kind of happening with your character in terms of what your character says and what he does. The consistency is pretty interesting, but I asked you this last time too. I mean, is there something that stands out in terms of what you enjoy the most about being able to play this crazy kind of intense character some of the times?
I always joke, like, the fun thing with Stuart is that I can try something, and if it works out, it might look cool, and if it doesn't work out, it's appropriate. So, like, I'll try a hat trick, I'll try a dance move, I'll try something slick and cool. If it works, then it might be funny, and if it doesn't work, then it's definitely appropriate. Yeah. So
no wrong answers.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
And
it's trying, cool, which is the problem.
Yeah, it's cool to go to set and then just remove all of your self-confidence and your pride, and then Jacob yells action, and then that's just kind of what happens.
Yeah. For sure. Question also that I wanted to ask you, Melanie, as well, is, you look at other projects you've worked on in the past that aren't kind of comedy, right? Winona Earp, right? Or not, like different kind of projects. And obviously it's different right off the bat where it's a comedy, it's focusing on the laughs and everything. But I'm just curious in terms of whether it's preparation or with your character and everything, what's it been like working on Letterkenny compared to other projects that you've gotten a chance to work on as well?
Well, like on Letterkenny, I actually love improvising and ad-libbing if it's appropriate. I don't like to do it on Letterkenny because it's just the writing is all there. So I don't feel like it's it's all there in other shows I've done too, but I just mean on this show it's so specific. Evan, you called it Shakespearean, and I would agree. Like, you need kind of every word, every cadence, it just all serves. So this show, I really stress about learning the lines to a T, and not changing an and to an or whatever things that might be appropriate on other shows. I think it's just on this one, I'm just really strict with myself.
That's interesting. Does it ever happen? Tyler, does it ever happen though? Because there is some improv that happens. Are there ever moments though where people think it's like improv, but like you're actually like, no, that was in the script? Because does that happen a lot? I'm just curious about that. It's interesting.
Well, I think the viewers would have a better idea of whether they're surprised by a moment in the scene or not. Mm-hmm. But Evan and I definitely improvise towards the beginning and the end of the scene, and if something funny pops up in the middle of the scene, like Mel mentioned, you know, it comes with a comfortability thing, and we could not be more comfortable on the set of Letterkenny now. I'll speak for myself, and I think Evan could probably agree. But like, so we're comfortable trying things when we feel it's appropriate. But as Mel mentioned, the scripts are so fine tuned that sometimes you just kind of gotta allow yourself to be in the situation, let the words fly, and then react to each other, you know? Like, so if it's a scene with the hockey boys, they might be doing something that we didn't anticipate, and the Skids might have a very natural reaction to that. So it's like we keep the lines very, very memorized, but we allow ourselves to have some fun if the opportunity arises in the end.
That's so interesting. And Evan, to add to that a little bit too, especially with the Skids, I find it very interesting that, like a lot of shows and everything, there's not really a big shelf life. There's no shelf life at all for Letterkenny with the memes and the GIFs and the quotes and everything. They're always going to kind of surface. Are you getting used to that kind of landscape and environment where there's always going to be kind of a rolled quote or a meme like popping up here and there?
Yeah, I think I spend a lot more time online than a lot of the other people in the show as well, because I Twitch stream and I'm on TikTok, and most people try and like keep a private life and like live without those things. But for me, it's like I'm right up there. So I get a lot of sturts like on the day. Like I would say half of the things that are said to me in a day, in my entire day, are just sturt. So it's like, it's a lot. But at the same time, I think a part of my brain is protecting me. Like there's a filter over my brain where I like don't even perceive it at this point. We'll see how that goes as the years continue.
And it's
it might be breaking down
every time, right? Like that means someone enjoyed the line read, enjoyed
100%.
Like, it's complimentary.
Tyler, but Tyler, like how like in season 1, like how are you gonna get people to come? I'm gonna post on my Facebook. That I've told you this before. That like that's a joke between me and my friends about stuff. Like we bring that up all the time.
Oh, right on.
Like Tyler, how many people talk to you about your horn? Because I get that question too often.
It happens
I feel.
a lot, yeah. People write messages about it, and I'm like, I don't know how to react. You know, like,
Melanie, do you get any like Miss McMurray? Do you get anything specifically sent about that stuff, like about your character?
No, I find I get a lot of. It's really cute. Like specifically when I'm in the States, people will yell from a distance, McMurray's a piece of shit, and then just be like, and then walk away. And it's just so respectful in a weird way. It's just like, I don't want to bother you, but McMurray's a piece of shit. Enjoy it.
McMurray is also more like, we're seeing, like it's a lot more around lately, I find too, McMurray.
Yeah.
So that doesn't surprise me. Yeah. Has it hit you all like 10 seasons of Letterkenny? I know like 6-7 episode seasons, but like 10 there's only 6-7 episodes per season, but 10 seasons, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and it's like I joke about it. I'm like, you know, I feel like I have both hands wrapped around a rocket ship, and I'm just gonna hold on to the rocket ship as long as it's going. No one could have predicted this when we went to Sudbury 7 years ago. We were making 6 episodes for a new streaming service, and to have 70 something episodes now and potentially on tour next year. It's no one could have predicted this.
Yeah, because when I talked to Andrew and Dylan, I mean, I thought maybe it was a bit misleading because they're like 6 episodes. But if you think about it, the standard usually is like 8 episodes a season sometimes.
Times have changed. Yeah. We're not doing X-Files style orders anymore. There's no,
but if people are assuming,
shows.
But if people are expecting 8 episodes, I mean, 2 less, like 6 isn't as big of a thing. You know what I mean?
I hear what you're saying. Yeah,
it's cool, Pete. Can I call you Pete?
Of course.
Cool, Pete. That our biggest knock from the fans is often that there aren't enough episodes.
It's true,
and that's what it's all about. Like that's what you want to hear, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But like also Hulu, like we'll do 24. Like, like I don't know what you guys are doing. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Evan, Tyler, Melanie, thank you all for your time. It was great chatting with you about season 10 of Letterkenny on Hulu. Thank you so much. Seriously, this was great. Yeah, it was good to see you. Thanks.
Take care.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.